I'll be the first one to say that feet can be weird. Before I even walk. They feel weird. Those two middle ones that are spreading even as we speak. They hurt. That's painful. Ouch. It's very stressful. I don't put them there. You see, I put them off. It's very, very stiff. And it just pops back over. These don't do so bad, but still, what I do is I wrap them in like ace bandages because I can't keep them separate any other way. And it does cause a whole lot of stress right in here, actually. So I've been up for 3 hours. I have not been walking a lot or running around or standing a lot, just kind of living my little summertime life. And that's what I get. And so I wrap them every day. So I've come up with a variety of solutions. I'll work from the very beginning to my favorite solution at the end. These I use in the summertime, actually. These are just 1-inch Band-Aids. And I wrap them around my toes. Cut them to length. I usually cut them about that long, relaxed, and wrap them tight because you want them to go around a couple times so it'll stick. And I better off put shoes on right afterwards or shortly afterwards. Anybody who watches me knows that I use things to death. So I could get 2 uses out of each of those. I have to wrap both feet like that around 2 toes. I don't have to attach these guys to this one. That's all right, but I do have to keep these from going over, and you can't just do one because this is still going to pull, and it needs something to anchor to. So the trouble with those, though, then you do go through a lot of bandage wraps, and at the end of the day, they'll end up being squished or whooshed underneath there, and actually sometimes it feels like it's kind of being strangled. So they're not my favorite thing to do, although, like I said, they work for summertime. So my absolute favorite is these. I get them from Wish. This is where the big toe goes, middle, and last. For me, that's what I need. And they cost like $1 a pair. So when I open my last bag, because I order 2 or 3 at a time, I go ahead and put an order for 2 or 3 more. Because I make them, they last me about 3 months each with regular wear. See? And it keeps them together over here. It keeps this from overlapping over there. And it's super squishy and super comfy and very easy to slip on. And breathable on the bottom, which I think is kind of silly, but they are. These, that's pristine, brand spanking new. I wash them as often as they need. Either they stink or they look bad or they're dirty or whatever. So this one pair has been in use for a couple months. And it's not dead yet. I do have it fairly well stretched out. This part goes on the bottom so you can actually see, where the balls of my feet are. And I'm really rough on my left foot. I've got a few other issues on the left side of my body, so I always end up with the right one lasting a little bit longer than the left one. And the left one will start tearing like that right there. Believe it or not, I've gone ahead and worn them until that goes all the way through. It doesn't snap, it doesn't hurt. But when it does get to that point, I'm not done yet. I go ahead and keep on using it. I just trim that part off. Well, by the time they get down to this, there is no left foot, right foot. You can flip it over. So I'll keep using them until, I don't know until what. I haven't used them absolutely to death like that yet. I've tried various things for the past 1.5 years I've been using these. But I love them. What's wrong with my feet is a kind of a long story, but I've had surgery on both of my big toes because I had these spurs growing up, arthritic spurs. And I couldn't find shoes that fit. So after that, then those got healed and I'm able to walk pretty normally now. But something happened with that caused the left foot to start spreading like that, those 2 middle toes that are my trouble toes. And I don't know what. So on one of my feet, I did actually try to fix that. The other foot hammered.
Once again, I'm having trouble buying shoes because they would hammer like that. So I ended up having foot surgery. Insert really gross pictures here. And they straightened the hammers. Actually, they fused the joints together. So, haha, you can't hammer when you do that. And so those spikes went all the way from the tip of my toes, really, all the way down into here, all the way back here. Well, I'll tell you, soft tissue damage will stay damaged. It's almost impossible to fix something on the feet like that. So I wouldn't advise bothering trying to get those toes that have gone like this to come back together. But the hammer was worth it. And the arthritic spurs, that surgery was worth it. And that was, I guess, like 10 years ago I had that done. Relearning how to walk is a pain in the butt. It's really, it's a trip. Because that pain on that part of the foot, I'd started to walk on the outsides of my feet more and more, which only exacerbated the problem, and of course hurt the hip, and my piriformis muscle went. There's all kinds of consequences. Back starts hurting and all that. So I really had to learn how to walk on the flat of my foot like most normal people do. My shoes are lasting longer now. It's still something I have to keep in mind because I still tend to do that after 10 years, 15, 20 years of walking more and more on the sides of my feet. Then it took quite a while to remember to walk correctly and to hold my posture up and not lean into or away from the pain. Well, that's my excitement for the day. I can now throw these away. I've been collecting things just to make sure that you could see just how suffocating this can be on your toes. Like I said, it's a great summertime solution, and it's great if these just go haywire and really break and you can't get them from Wish fast enough, because I've not seen anything in the stores like this. They're the best things ever though. And they're so comfortable. They're like powdery smooth, and when they're first new, they're wonderful. And I look forward to wearing them again. Thanks for watching. Any questions? Leave me some comments. Like, subscribe. Take care.